Hey, everybody. I was looking on all kinds of stuff here. I was watching. I, the hype now for women's basketball has finally come to fruition, I guess. Caitlin Clark was, if you lived under a rock, she's the highest point scorer ever in college, including men. She went first in the draft to Indiana. But the first thing that came out after that is that she only makes $74,000 a year. And that the rookie that came to San Antonio made $15 million in his rookie year. Apparently, the people who are complaining about this don't understand how finance works. If you don't bring in the revenue, you can't pay out the revenue. You can't pay your players the same. The NBA, who subsidizes the WNBA, makes billions of dollars. The WNBA, loses money every year if it wasn't for the subsidy. I'm hoping that turns around because there's a lot of pressure on this girl to do well. Let's face it, she was great in college, but she could be a flop in the pros. We've seen it before. I'm hoping she's not. I'm hoping she's the next Michael Jordan of women's basketball. Okay? Or Larry Bird, if you will. But somebody who can uplift this league and bring eyes to it. Because if you're not making the revenue, they're not going to pay the players what they deserve. I think the goal of the WNBA should be to promote themselves to the point where they don't need the subsidy from the NBA. That's what they're trying to. There's a lot of pressure on this girl. I wouldn't want this much pressure on me coming into a brand new league. Or at least for her, it's a brand new league. It's been around for 25 years, but it's never made money. Also because, ladies, you don't go to the game. You're not supporting women. Women are not supporting women. Mostly there are men at these games. Mostly. Not all. Maybe men and their daughters. Those are the ones that go. And then women are the first ones to say, we don't get paid as much as the men. You don't go! If you go to the game, revenue comes up. I don't know what the attendance is, average, for a WNBA game, but I'm sure it's nowhere near the men. I remember the New York Liberty pulling in 9,000 people a night. The arena they play in holds 18,000 people. I mean, if you're not drawing in the revenue, you're not going to be able to pay your players. Plain and simple. Without the subsidy. And even with the subsidy, it's not enough to pay what these girls are worth. What they need to... Hopefully this girl turns the entire league around, because now it made ESPN wake up. They're covering a lot more games. Now, we have the regional coverage here of the New York Liberty. But even still, that's not... The men's sports come before it because it just doesn't generate views. It doesn't. I don't watch it. The WNBA does not interest me at all. But the people who it should interest are not watching either. Women want these equalities and they want equal pay and stuff, but you got to go watch the games for the equal pay. Plain and simple. My computer is shining right off my glasses. Regardless of the fact, if you don't go out and watch, they're not going to get paid. Plain and simple. Now, she's going to make money on endorsements. She's going to be fine, trust me. But unless you go out there and watch the games and support the WNBA, they're still going to get subsidies, and they're still not going to get paid what the men are. Ever. There's a lot of pressure on this girl to do well, because if she's a flop, no one's going to watch. But if she's as good as any man, Jordan, Bird, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, Any one of them. If she's half as good as they are and can lift this league out of the shit it's in, then maybe women will start getting the same equal pay as men. And maybe the WNBA won't need that subsidy anymore. Time will tell. But if you want equal pay, get out there and fucking watch the games. Go! Don't bitch about pay discrepancy when the revenue is nowhere near what the men are. Don't. Stop it. Go out there and support women. I'm not a big basketball guy. I'm a hockey guy. I'd like to go see the women's hockey league. That would be cool. But I got a feeling that's going to take a long time to get off the ground because this year wasn't that big attendance-wise. And they knew it wasn't going to be big attendance-wise because when I looked for tickets, it was too late to get any. But when I look for tickets, they're only selling out the lower bowl. The ones up, they're not even selling because they know they can't. So we'll see what happens with that league as well. I hope that sticks around. I hope it expands a little. And get some names for the teams. The New York Women's Hockey Club is... Get me a fucking name. Give me the Lady Rangers, the Lady Islanders, the Lady Devils. I don't care what you call them. But just New York. Okay, thanks. And there's only 6 teams. So let's get more teams in that league and maybe it can pick up some. We'll see. Anyway, you all have a good day. And booyah!